as opposed to mods which, you know, giants facilitate, but there's no implied this mod will work with all the other mods. Conditions. I think there was a new state for US truck or American Truck Simulator. I'm not sure if there's been an expansion on European Truck Simulator too. Anybody who wants to play, I think I said this on Saturday, Farming Simulator 22, as I've given to understand, it is free on the Epic Game Store if you have an account there, and it is free to create an account there. So if you want to play Farm Sim and you don't want to pay for it, you can get this game free at the moment. That bale's going to be a problem. And the bale on the left at the other end is going to be a problem for me. I think what I want to try and do... Oh, that one's even more of a problem. Oh well. My thoughts are, if I hit the bale coming off a row of straw, it'll be easier to clear out the way than going onto the bale of straw. This should work. Okay, I think. Oh, actually, there's 2 rows to the left, 2 adjacent rows to the left. That's a pain. Oh, well, it is what it is. A nice relaxing task. I could even put the cruise control on. I'm going to do that, then I don't have to lean on the throttle. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Okay. If I go up the adjacent row, I can knock the bale out of the way at the end. Though I think, well, yeah. Oh no, the straw row wiggles left because we were turning the harvester right at the end of this row. But the aggregate is we turn right, which will allow me to sideswipe the bale out of the way, and not a problem. The trouble with coming onto a bale at the end of a row of straw or whatever is you want to line up on the straw, and you can end up driving over the bale and getting the tractor balancing on top of the bale. It's not the best thing to happen. Whereas here, I can start turning away and the baler will complete the row of straw. There's one over here. Again, don't know how many bales we've made here now. But we're close to the end. Is it? Are we making 11,500 litres? No, we're making 9. Yeah. Grab that bit, just because bales and this bit over here, because it looks big even if it's 200, 100. And obviously, yeah, the last field will be also swathed, so we'll have a lot of straw to come off. Down. Maybe. If I didn't keep missing half the rows. Oh no, actually there's a lot over there. Oh. So yeah, went out of town for the first time in a week. I did have a meeting at work, which is pretty much in town, although we don't technically live in the city. We live in one of the townships just outside, so we don't have to pay city taxes. But had a team meeting on Thursday, so I had to go in for that. But I actually went out of town on Sunday morning, and yeah, looks like all the local farmers have planted all of their fields, and we have green shoots in every single one of them. So farming 2024 is definitely underway in Michigan. Proceeding well. Not too fussed about those. This bit was dregs of a row. I mean, it wasn't even a full row, but there's probably a couple hundred litres going along there, maybe 50. Just got this bit over here, and I'll get that piece that I missed behind me on the way to exit the field, because it should put my tractor in just the right path to get it done. Ooh. Don't push it too hard. Oh, that was a mess. So yeah, I'm seriously thinking about turning these 3 fields into one, and possibly our 2 north fields into one as well. My thinking is if there isn't a farm track between a pair of fields, there is the potential to just take the hedge out and combine the fields together. But I don't want to destroy farm tracks that are in place, because that will make travelling around the map more of a problem, should I say. Definitely not going to. I'm going to say we're definitely not going to get another bale out of this, but I could be proven wrong. Then I'm going to have to make 2 trips to the store to get rid of them all, obviously. Okay. This bit here and the bit at the entrance, exit, whatever. The bit of the field at the other end. Actually, this is not going to put me at a good angle to get out of the field. Oh well. And 5,400. I think I'll call that good. Press the button there and fold it up. And again, we'll take the alternate route. I could drive through the that grass field, obviously. Not going to. It's not a good thing to do, so we'll skip that. So how are we doing? It is 20 after 10. So Sunday's episode, Saturday's stream almost went for 4 hours. So that's effectively 8 videos on YouTube. We're coming up to 10:30, so that's still another 4, which means I'm going to be having YouTube videos dropping on next week's Saturday stream. Not as bad as Thanksgiving, New Year, winter or Christmas, New Year, because we get so many days off in that time. I end up with enough YouTube videos of approximately half-hour chunks to do anything up to 20 consecutive days. So YouTube people aren't back on the schedule until somewhere in the middle of January sometimes. Wow, that tractor is so small next to the Zerion. That is quite a difference. Okay. So you're done. Okay. And again, we'll get rid of the course. We'll turn off course play window. We will unwrap that. And lower it down. Okay. And wait for it to hit the ground before we drive over anything that needs to be rolled. Goody goody. So yeah, the issue here, these trees are not the greatest thing to try and forestry. So ordinarily I'll just chop them down and then delete them, which means they don't make us money, but we can easily get rid of them. And I do the same with the stumps in the hedges, just to get rid of them. But we could cut through from here to there and the field we haven't harvested yet. The other one I was thinking is there is a row of trees here. Bit of an indecision, do I chop that row of trees down and make a lane that joins onto this main road here? Or do I chop these trees down and the hedge and combine these two fields into one? This field I am going to leave as is. No point in messing with that one. The other option is if I buy 74. We didn't look at how much 74 was worth. That's still overpriced. Oops, didn't want to do that. But if I bought 74, I could cut a pathway through here, through those trees, and come out here, although I don't think I would end up owning. Yeah, I don't own those trees there. So I would have to buy that clump of trees in order to make a path through there. But by making a path through there, it gives me an alternate access to the grain mill, and I don't have to go up and down that horrible hill with a loaded grain cart. So that's alternate thought. We could do a combination, and also we could combine 74, 75, 76 into a big field as well, if I felt that was a good plan. But then which fields am I going to do maize in, and which am I going to do arable? Because I still want to do some fields as maize, some fields as arable. We could cycle them, but and then retire the field to the south of us, which we currently dedicated to maize, and the one directly north of the yard that we do maize. We could do smaller crops of arable in those fields. Excuse me while I rotate the camera so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, mulchy. Let's go. Oh, hi squirrel. Hi dear. If I've got my bearings, the exit's right in front of us. So, patchwork is not here, camera is not here. I'm not surprised. Normally I will announce when I am doing a holiday stream, and I said I wish everyone have a good Memorial Day, and what I didn't do is to say, and I will be streaming on Monday. So we got a lot of people who aren't watching today because I'm completely unaware of what's going on in life, apparently. Okay, so we can't roll this field until we've collected all the bales off here. So that bale trailer is almost full. So we'll jump in this thing. And also by binding these two fields to our right together, I can take that slight inlet hedge that we're going round now and make getting into this field a lot easier. Why have I got wage payments? Why have I got wage payments? Because worker doing mulching. Means it's 9 o'clock already. So I think we can collect all these bales. I might make a quick check. Did I miss something? No bales in the corner. Okay. Quick check on when the weather's going to be weathering. Hopefully it'll be night time. We have to take the truck back to the farm. That is a full load, so now if I remember rightly, it's the same price whether we take it to the bale sell point or exports, so I'm going to go to exports because it's just so much easier to get into. So yeah, our other our other maize field is this one just across the way to the left. So maybe I turn that arable. We could forage that and immediately plant some spring crops. Oh, so much to consider. Oh, sorry, winter crops. If we plant winter crops in that field and the field up here immediately to our left now, I could turn that into an arable field rather than a maize forage field. And we'll cycle crops through those two because they are smaller and don't offer very much opportunity to expand them into other fields. And then the two big fields, if I buy that other field along the road, and just combine that one and the three we've currently just harvested in the other oat field, we could switch those maize 1 year arable the next, and rotate them rather than just leaving them as permanently whatever they are. Oops. Hopefully I can reverse that fairly straight. Now I think I pushed that button there, Oh. Dang, I got it right first time. Push that, it unloads, and reset. That should be ready to pick things up. That was 15,000. Our environmental score looks a little bit higher. I think we have been improving the environmental score as we harvest each of these fields. They're getting better condition, better rating, and so we get a better bonus. But we're now, it looks like we're about 11%, and when we started this, I think we were just under 10. So that's a good thing. Not sure what the last oat field's going to do for us. The other thing, if I've got big fields, I could consider sugar beet or potato farming in one of them, because obviously the big self-propelled harvesters are just a royal pain to get in and out of smaller fields. But if we've got some really big fields, then where we can't get right to the edge of a field, it's not going to matter too much, because the field is so big that the perimeter is less of less of the total yield that you might end up losing. So, and then we get ourselves a sugar beet harvester. I don't know. I mean, it's a thing they grow in Scotland, so, well, not so much sugar beets, but potatoes is a thing they grow. I just don't like potatoes as a crop too much. It costs too much to start, and it, yeah, maybe I should have gone back the other way. It costs too much to get started, and the seed cost is quite significant. However, once you've got it started, there is theoretically no seed cost. You just need to make sure that you use some of the previous year crop as seed for the following year. So it's expensive to start up, and the seeders are tiny. So it does take a long time to plant, and it takes a lot of potatoes to plant a field. To plant a field, it's a very poor. What's the word for it? Did I go all the way round? I probably did. Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's just annoying how long it takes and how many times you have to refill a potato planter in order to get a field done. Sugar beets aren't the best, but you can use a big planter, and we've already got one of those for the corn or the maize, whatever you want to call it. The yellow stuff that we silage to not feed our cows because we don't have any. Really not a lot left here. 4 more, so total of 8 bales. I would